Final day. Here we go. We're in the end game now. Alright. This is the defendant lobby, alright. But there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Where's Emma, for that matter? It's almost seems as if something happens behind the scene. Oh, something happens behind the scenes. Edgeworth? Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77's ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. That number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say that much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Can has on her, it's now. Hushabah. Court is now in session of the trial mission on the Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. The chief can't. Ha. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Gee, you been back to the pool yet? No. I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. God damn it. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Where then? What's your request, Your Honor? I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! What? You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant surely has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
It can't be happening.
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Hold on. Oh! Miles! You son of a bitch. One moment, Your Honor.
But Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
Come now, Worthy. Hey, I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut,
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be.
Oh, fuck.
With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh, to whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Ms. Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it may be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Ms. Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck. Ah, sorry. Now then, witness. Please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is.
Well, okay then.
Sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in, took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Whoa. Okay, dropping shit now. No. The man raised his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Stabbed him in the chest, but in the memory, it was in the back. Oh. Oh. Gant got there. He smashed the pot. On Joe Dark, and then he killed Neil Marshall because what's her name? Because Lana said that Gant and Marshall were interrogating Joe. So Marshall must have done something. So Gant must have done something more. Marshall was suspicious, and so Gant had to get rid of Marshall. Plus, again, when Lana recalled what happened that night, she said 3 people were lying on the floor. Emma, and Neil was stabbed, but it wasn't in the chest, it was in the back. Like, she recalled it was in the back, and was slumping on top of Joe Dark, who was also unconscious. So, yeah, Gant definitely had something to do with this. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. Gotta admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. That's right. Okay, yep, okay. Rescue me. Let's see, there's more to this. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark, and then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby, so electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it were pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, and that's what's so scary about this trial. And what you told Detective Goodman about what you saw. Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Let's ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. So, I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Hold on, because on the back of this, I'm just gonna make sure. Yep, there it is. Boop. Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for this case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident? Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this? Ah!
Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one.
Oh, they did say that that's like half as big as the evidence list. So it's two. So it wasn't two copies of the same one. They're the two that get put together. Ah.
You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Oh my God, can you believe that?
Order! But, Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor.
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's possible. Let's see. How have you not looked at the back? Every time I'm handed a piece of paper, I always look at the back. Do you even have to ask?
Sorry. If someone's eyes is gonna bulge out, it's gonna be Edgeworth.
Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. That is, that thing.
Oh my fucking God, are you kidding me right now? It's that thing! That thing that was dancing in the evidence room!
Clearly, this act of vandalism was the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of... Was that scrap paper? Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. Oh, God. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Things are probably starting to come back to her, like, accurately. This is a picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright I could see. All I could see were shadows. After that, I might have fainted. The picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. She only saw shadows. So maybe it was Gant that. So maybe that was actually Gant standing over Neil, and he stabbed him. So he already knocked out Joe Dark. To think a flash of lighting could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin the cross-examination.
Okay, so hold on. So again, he was stabbed in the back, not in the front. So, I mean, hold on. Stabbed in the back. Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster to you simply pointed out this contradiction for us.
So, what part of this? Well, first off, what the hell is this? It looks like just a piece of chalk. That? The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife. Oh, right. Look closely. Like, you can see its tip is broken.
You mean I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off on the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. Oh. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then a murderer weapon should not have yet been broken.
What's the meaning of this?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. No, I was ready to slam the table again. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. There it is. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wound up there.
That's right! But what does this mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might have been a piece of evidence that was forged. Oh, you can't deny the possibility. No. Oh shit.
Hoarder. Hoarder. You're all the hoarders. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the key prosecutor's award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Grant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. It must be another broken knife. Ooh.
What? The chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been one? That's a good question.
You know what? There could be.
The witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw. It can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright? In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife.
It's the halberd. It's the broken halberd from the trophy. That's what it was, because it's broken. That and the shield is broken. Holy shit.
So please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Alright. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture.
Is there a picture?
This is the picture of the award ceremony.
Oh! Where is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall is holding? Holy shit. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likeliness from this award.
Hoarder!
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murder and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Unless it was Gant.
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been too eager to jump to conclusions. Oh.
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one that, with that pixel scribbled on the back?
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Oh my god. What the fuck? This time I've been trying so hard to forget. Must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony? I mean, would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss... Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm so confused. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. The entire time I'd just be like, what the fuck is happening?
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. Oh, I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Oh, really? Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. Oh my god. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. It was the pot. 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 Try impossible. The chief of detectives had even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Whoa. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Lana?
What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that, Chief Prosecutor Sky? We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back.
Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Sweating bullets, man. Hold on. It can totally be this. Like, it can totally be this. In some way. Like, something like this. Yeah, totally. Okay, panicked. Uh-huh. Okay, blue badger. Alright. You mean this blue badger? God damn it, I forgot how much evidence I have for this. Boom! The mysterious blue badger was in fact this!
But that's... what exactly is that?
I believe it's some sort of jar? But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look like anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
I'm very... Hold on. Wait. Nope. Ah, freaking ass, man. Ah, god damn it. I'm trying to think here. Oh, god damn it. Just, oh my god, please. Oh my god, no. Why is this the most difficult thing in the game? Oh, there we go. Like this? Like this? Like this? This is right. Kind of make it more like a badger. Allow me to remind the defense. Yes, I know. I get it, but oh my god, this is so stupid. Wait a second. Is this it? I don't. I'm kind of. I'm really trying here, but I have no clue, actually. Like, I'm really trying to think here. Oh, freaking ass. Oh, ass. Oh, God. Supposed to be like this? No. No, that doesn't seem right. Oh, this sucks. I have no idea. Oh, God. I mean, I know it's... This is it. I mean, oh, God damn it. God damn it. The blood has to have something to do with it, right? This is so stupid. I mean... I feel like it has something to do with, like something to do with it being like this? Was it like this? Or... I don't know. 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 God damn, why is this so hard? So, wait. 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 Is this it? Let me try it from this view. No. 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 It's all wrong. Oh my god, I feel like, you know, I feel like such a dingus right now. God damn it, why can't I get this? God, fuck. God damn it. Oh my god, I don't... So, okay, so I tried that, but it wasn't the same. So, I gotta really... God damn it. Like this? Like this? God damn it. Show me the correct angle. Well, I'm trying here. Okay? Like, I legitimately just don't know. Oh, God. See, you would think it would be something like this, but that's not right, apparently. So, F me, right? I mean... God damn it. Okay. Okay, this is actually the one time I need to look this up. Pot. Blue. Badger. Jar. Okay. I was on to some. Okay, I was almost right, apparently. Like that, apparently. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, I actually need to look. I actually need to watch this shit. Okay. Okay, here we go. F. Alright. So. No. Well, yeah. So we want it like that. I need to... Okay. God damn it! What do you mean? I can do it! No! I literally did it! Oh. Alright. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? I literally just saw it. Oh my god. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Alright. So we want you to be like there, and then we want you to be like, so we want it to be like show a little bit more? Like show a little bit more? Is that what we want? That looks good. How does that look? That looks good. Oh, thank you. Jesus Christ. Jesus criminy. How stupid. Alright. Let's get... Alright. Get back to it. Well, is this a miracle or what? Is this the stupidest piece of shit you could possibly see? No one could possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger. No. It can't be. Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witnessed by is on the day that the crime was actually this. Although we'll enjoy Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So, that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. Oh? I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Miss Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then, please tell us what's different now. Now that we know the witness saw the jar. I mean, yes. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar at a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? Because this is really confusing.
Finally figured it out. So, this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
That would have to have been the impact of the man made when he was knocked into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. The man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on. What would he have hit? Ow!
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
Oh shit, yes, it did have to do with the armor. Yes, thank you. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the Kano Protector's trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there was another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility?
Of course the perpetrator had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh, shit. So technically, she accidentally killed him. So she accidentally killed Neil.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Oh, no! Emma! No! Emma! No!
Oh, shit.
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Shit! Objection!
Oh no! What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How could you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. Ooh. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anything believe your insane allegations, have anyone believe, sorry, I'm afraid you're going to have to have proof. Tell me. Do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this without evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on the testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. You certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has this has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning? Touche, Miss Guy. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, that's right, because there was lines on that one jar piece. A message from the deceased. Does message exist?
I gotta think back to the court record. The real his name and the victim may have left behind. This message from the deceased, it's already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister is a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
No! Fuck. Fuck. Shit. This is the message left by the deceased!
This is that blue badger from before, right?
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? That thing could. I'm sure it would. Looks like everybody's forgotten. This is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely... Oh, shit. You look closely, you can see a faint trail of... trail of... Huh. Hold on. I might be fitting the pieces together, maybe. The trail of the blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, blood on some of the fragments are not wiped away.
Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will be apparent. No.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal us the answer. Okay, this is very... Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Oh no, it was Emma. Oh no! God damn it. Sorry, my blue controller is like doing this thing where it keeps kind of going up even though I stop. Like, see that? Oh man. I'm sorry, Emma. No, Emma. Oh, Emma. Ugh. I mean, that's how I see it. That's literally how I see it. I want to make sure here. Blood spots jar. Here we go. Oh boy. Damn. Damn, it really is. God damn it. God damn it. I was like thinking maybe there's another way to spell it where it's like where it just shows Gant, but it's not. It's Emma. Oh, I feel so bad. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocent. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Oh. Oh, poor Emma. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Oh, that sucks so hard. Seaworthy, can't I say I warn you? I didn't warn you. Chief Gant. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was the serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. Oh shit. Go into uproar. What's going on in the prosecutor's office? God damn. Order! 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 One of everything!
The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? God damn it. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh, Jesus Christ. Trial former. Now we're in the trial ladder. There's a ladder in this case. It's wielded by Jackie Chan. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of that, now you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Evidence of law? Huh. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. Yeah, evidence law, blah, 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 blah. We already know that. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. Him? I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough reading. Alright, cool. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in the prosecutor's seat, despite all these allegations being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth! The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Skye found out. Now she unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. You got to be running out of juice sometime. You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? We're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Jesus Christ. Oh, alright. There's still a bunch of things going on. Court will now reconvene with the trial of Ms. Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth! Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls for the witness, but, this is easy to say. You see, there's some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses? I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and they say you have. Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth further witnesses. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Oh, actually, hold on. I want to check out this book. Okay, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department, and unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay, I gotta do my best to remember that. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well, the defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. I call out Detective Gumshoe. No. I call out Bruce Goodman. No. Nope. It's time to bring in the Gantmeister. Technically, he's the only one who hasn't been on the witness stand except for Bruce Goodman because he's dead. So yeah, let's go, Gant. Actually, bigger one. There we go. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
David Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
Everything. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right, bailiff. Please escort Mr. Grant to the stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I am the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grin face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean the time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. I consider myself a little bit of both, actually. You are aware of the course that the police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Are you saying you'd kill me? Weapons? Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse the testimony.
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, this turns out to be a big waste of time. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony.
Witness testimony. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Is that when Dork was arrested?
He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped into
bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. I better hit him hard with this jar!
Speaking of which...
Yeah. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles are of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this?
Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with it? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? Whatever. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office. And their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene.
My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Oh, let's see. What was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. Right. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in the forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor.
When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol.
You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh, indeed. I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again.
My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know.
Alright, Udgy. In return, though...
I know, Deputy Wright.
Huh? What are these guys telepathic? Evidence of forgery. Alright. Okay. Really, Chief Gant? The very least, there's one large benefit you've reaped from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would of course be the position you have chief of police. Oh? The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to chief. That in itself is sufficient motive.
Ho ho ho! Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Do you really think I'm that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway.
Good. Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else.
Oh shit. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There. It's out in the open now. Udgy, would you mind if I change my testimony a little?
By all means, please do.
I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me.
Nothing in it for you?
Sorry, but the only person that I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
Huh, oh, that's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Yeah, Lana. Because he had her like dispose of the body. Basically, he had a lackey. Because he would have someone in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, because that's what Miss Angel Starr said. True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to betray the chief. As a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
That's not what I meant.
Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Grant may have helped forge evidence?
Lana. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky?
The defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than their own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, He plays with puppets? Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. Admit it, Chief. Sorry, that was actually a more loud one than I thought. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Right, oh my boy, you have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I control the Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? What? Order! I said order! What of everything? Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is an affront of the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? That's impossible! Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. Oh shit. Looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Could you prove this, Mr. Wright? Is the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Grant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties the Chief Gant to the murder. Oh right, the 77777, the 777777. Let me make sure. Boom. This is the ID card list. Yes, and the one that shows who's entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. The 7 sevens. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code is 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. The same as the remaining ID card on that list. Chief Gant? Oh, he's frazzled!
Yes, we got him. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say?
Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Ooh, Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have to be with. Goodman wouldn't have to be with you that day, wouldn't he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
Oh, you hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant?
I'm afraid you've just done yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine an honest guy's guilt.
No, it's not, Your Honor. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to ask you for evidence. Show some proof.
He was... Right, the guy was trying to get his, filling in that report, the lost item report. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of that crime. Or, to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. Would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh!
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Whew.
Hold on, let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was the only one used once. Yet, you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Oh my god, he looked like he was going Super Saiyan.
Chief Gant, you didn't.
The murder was most likely a spur of the moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there?
I was at the police department the entire time, you know?
And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, he left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Grant used this. This was at his request. Oh, this is how you move Detective Goodman's body. What's that? A screwdriver? And what does that have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep...
Oh! So Edgeworth unintentionally brought the body. That's right.
In any case, okay. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean the body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Shit.
I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Holy shit. Detective Goodman's body was in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car?
Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief.
Why else would you have asked Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case?
There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lotta Sky.
Order! What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not the photo of a body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It was a photo of a body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gant, please say something. I believe your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it on time for the early bird special.
But the cross-examination isn't over yet.
Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Like the right to refuse the testimony. I'm revoking that right now. No, wait, that's not the right. That is not a right to casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all this?
Run away! Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman
That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I say it again, Mr. Wright. David Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Will Mr. Wright? Your Honor. Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of his body. Do I have any concrete proof? Oh shit. Hold on, let me look here. Shit. Yeah, he really is, like, really, oh my god, like, I really want to, but I can't see anything that could place him. Shit. It's no use showing evidence since I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. So, Aji. In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you. You son of a bitch. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to the senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. Oh, shit. What? Oh, shit. Lady Luck. Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We hadn't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth? Another witness? In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant invoked his right to refuse the testimony. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth. Here we go. Yeah, she's literally the only one here. Well, because I don't know what happened to Emma. Poor Emma. I feel bad for her. The defendant? Miss Lana Skye? She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body in accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now... Hold on! Huh? Eh? Oh, Chief Gant? I thought you were going to eat! Listen good, Lana. No, he's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. This isn't good. Of course, you never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet. Oh, you bastard.
That was... Okay, if there aren't any further objections, or no... I mean, and... Oh, God. God damn it. Sorry. Okay. This court is now in recess. In other words, how much shit is gonna hit the fan until you know, other things happen. Alrighty, here we go. God, my throat is killing me. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. The dream team. That chief? He's something else. I mean, oh, wow, completely wrong voice. And that chief, he's something else, pals? That's a gumshoe. Yeah, I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your office! What, my office? Sure! I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could you mean... Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair. He has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said. Gee, there's a... Oh. Certain risks to be considered. Oh, okay. So he is kind of... risks. But what do you mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything, too? Oh, he forfeits his right to say anything, too. Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. Wait, so she heard everything that's been going on? Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. Force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we'd better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there. When Lana tells the truth. Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. Oh my god, please let this be the end. Because, oh my god, literally everything about me. Literally everything about me is dying. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now then, will the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Ms. Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Aw. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. The only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Yeah. About that.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
But Lana, if this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks, she's stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Aw. Yeah. This is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin the cross-examination.
Alright. Let's go. Alright. So. Yeah. Okay, good to know. Uh-huh. Right. We did talk about that a bit, so let's press a little bit. You say you did it all by yourself?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems like I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor wore knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh! That was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. And even more lies! All just to protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. Oh my god. I broke off the tip. Inside the... That's stupid. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the wound? And then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to as for the sake of others. Why'd you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? Is where you deduced it, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. Reason Miss Sky moved the body.
Pieces of a jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan, but no, it was still together, because like it must have broken afterward. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery of the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
Now, it's a simple oversight. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not have yet been broken before he died. Oh. He could have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well, the witness may now continue your testimony.
The jar. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't Chief Prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well, the defense may now begin the cross-examination. Alright. Okay, hold up.
The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got all of them, but one was missing. I'll try it. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals the truth. Oh, even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified. She gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, but Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Oh shit, Chief Gant got there before you! Yeah, because he was questioning the guy before. Oh fuck. Oh, so he grabbed one piece and used it as leverage. But could the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid it's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes, even once wasted an entire day. Looking for my dentures. Don't mind that, okay? Hey, have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived to the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on this shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time. He was looking for Doc downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? Oh my god. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Anyway, wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar. And purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought out Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant's aid, helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason why Miss Sky became the Chief's puppet. Ooh! No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that. Come from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. What if... we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana. Maybe right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? No. Miss Sky, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination might not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Ugh. Okay. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the ground nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword. You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. How? How'd you take a picture? Were cell phones still a thing back then? I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Nana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. Yeah, very well. Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her. Let's check that evidence again. Wait a second. Oh! Oh, fuck. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Oh, fuck. Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? Oh. What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Several fingerprints still, so it must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin the cross-examination. Oh, God. No. Oh, shit. Come on. Come now, OG. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant? What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you fortified your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Ooh. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you should have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't, but someone does.
Someone?
So, what's your excuse, righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, I'm sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. Or if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? One that showed... Oh my god. Oh god. No. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'd rather be punished. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence that I can present at this point in time. What? You lie. Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
It looks like a part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, righto? Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
Oh my god. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that's when she saw the scene, she would ask me for her aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using the evidence to get Joe Dart convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? Mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for the murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jog fragment? Boop. Had the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too?
Ho, ho, ho! Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
I mean, that piece of cloth.
Come on, Raito, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Grant. That you were hiding the cloth to cut off the victim's vest in your safe.
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself?
Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Raito. You said you should have shown it then before it was too late.
Been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Alright. God damn it. Oh, God. I have no choice.
Seize conclusive evidence. Alright, show it.
Alright. Ugh. Ugh.
Okay.
God damn it. I'm sorry, Emma. I'm so sorry, Emma. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes. At last, you finally brought it out onto the open. It's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to lab for analysis. This handprint on leather. It must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean
it could have been forged? It must be authenticated, conclusive evidence.
Oh, you're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Raito had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that.
Mr. Wright, do you really know? Oh, I'm so sorry. Whose fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is...
Sorry, Emma.
Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why did you tell me?
Oh, God.
Oh, you're really something, Raito. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
Oh,
how could you? You monster! Miss Sky! You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't? Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposefully concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? No, right? It is actually very calm. Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right.
This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Guy, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction?
What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is! Oh my god. I can't handle this, man.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, you're tyrannical. Reign ends here. Tyrannical. There we go. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this is. Oh God, but I didn't even do that. No, I did. I'm not even doing that. I'm not even doing that. That. Oh my God. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is a picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. Every time I look, it makes me laugh. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out, but all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaking with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth,
there's not a stain of blood on it. Oh.
Wait, there's no blood on it.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He was likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Ms. Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeding to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finally over. Ugh. Objection! Oh God, who objected? Oh. Oh, that was close, right? So you almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. What? Order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Uji. Surely all right over here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Oh, god damn it. Ugh. Well then, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Oh, ooh. Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. Oh my god. I'm afraid Mr. Gaines' claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person, assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? Hold on. It seems, at last, time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Oh god, he planned it. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. Oh. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Udgy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't... Oh, okay. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct, there's okay. The law book. Yeah, the evidence law. Law. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. Oh, crux. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What kind of nonsense is this? You want the relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Oh. Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? It was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Ah, yes! No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest. is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! Oh god. 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 He's gonna kill us all. Whoa! Is that a record of some sort? I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Oh shit. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the departments trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvigorate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convincing Bruce Goodman. Detective Bruce Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then, all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. Oh shit. What are you talking about, Goodman? Oh shit. I haven't had a voice for Goodman yet. Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. Shit. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. It used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then, you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Grr. Leaving a prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar of fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Oh god, come on. Fake evidence didn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go at it alone. Oh boy. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Hudgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you. You as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example of others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Hudgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Raito here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of the new beginnings. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Maya thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Oh, don't give me that look. No, you're too hot. This guy. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few years. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I'm only doing my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examination is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact that you still acted as his accomplice, the trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Aw. Oh, that's nice. Well, this trial has gone far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky, not guilty! Woo! Oh my god. That is all. This court is adjourned. Freaking finally. Get the hell out of my courtroom. Woo! At long last, it's finally over. Emma? This is, oh my god, you're telling me. Why the long face? sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least he wasn't convicted of murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. See what my...
Oh. Oh, she got to see her smile. Okay, okay, yeah, I mean, we literally just heard this. We don't need to look through it again.
You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I guess I am. I always seem to be interrupting. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making Detective run all around while on duty. On top of that, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. God damn it. Hey, line up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Oh!
Lana?
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to cry.
That day 2 years ago.
Oh,
It was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in the mess.
oh.
Sis, I asked Gant to help me and cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years.
Oh god.
I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis. I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh. Oh. Oh, Emma. Oh.
I'll show a picture of them hugging. Yes! Oh god. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Oh. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Where was he hiding?
I just came to say congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. Despise criminals, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. You're like me. I don't care. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Demon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime, but they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on your own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh?
Neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own.
I mean... fuck it.
Take that!
That might mean something to you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Huh? Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. I don't know. It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there is still some loose ends I need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Fuck. Did I actually fuck that up? I don't know.
Edgeworth! What will you do now?
Fuck.
Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I love you. I'd better get going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do.
Oh shit.
Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I've ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Aw.
God damn it. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith.
Aw.
Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own.
Hey, Larry!
Journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
It's just a little matter to be resolved. about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? What? What, do you think I could afford my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? What? No. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go! Oh. Oh, is that it? Oh my god! Finally! Shit. It's 9 o'clock. Arrange for a friend of mine to take in Europe. Okay. Hope she'll be pleased to study under. Okay. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my date. Okay. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Aw, that'll be nice. Alright, I'm guessing I have to watch all this again. Here we go. Whew. Oh, Jesus Christ. So much has happened. Yikes, I thought I was gone for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorization investigation in the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it would be worse than firing. Oh my god. So somehow Detective Gumshoe is still Detective Gumshoe. Just, what the hell? Penalizing him would be worse than firing him. Like, what? Okay. Jeez, how many times has he been penalized? Like, just in general. Oh, jeez, this guy. My new mission is to guard the main entrance to take care of Billy. What? Wait, Billy? I've been demoted. My partner keep today. Oh, God. Stop. Oh my god, no. No, I don't need this guy to be a detective. I really don't want him to be a detective. Oh god, that'd be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare incarnate. Oh my god. Please don't let there be like a surprise objection, like another surprise episode. Oh no, burn it down to the ground. Just burn it to the ground. Just get rid of it. Somebody please. Why do we have to show this? Please stop. Oh, it's done. It's done. Alright. That got resolved at least. Oh my god. So who's next? Who or what is next? Oh my god. Oh shit. What is it? Can't you see I'm having a showdown with the... Okay, Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. Oh my god. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Amina back your... Okay. And, what? Sure, Billy in the game. Okay. Jeez. Maybe I should just not do that. Oh, hello. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. Oh. It's a farewell gift. I put in new me. The right way lunch. Aw, that's nice. Tastes as bitter as defeat. That's funny. Sure not to eat it backwards. Sorry. Oh, come on. What else? Who else needs to be seen? I'm sure. Oh, hello, Judge. I'll never forget what the younger defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see what was his name again? Mr. F? Anyway, he said he's doing something or other. Anyway, I got another trying to get you. You better. Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Jesus Christ. What a crazy judge. Oh God. I haven't even eaten dinner. Like I just kept going. Nothing soothes the soul like fresh countryside. Something seems to do this injection. Still, I can't go back. Okay. There. She's about to begin. Coming. Oh, that must be her master? Her grandma or someone? Oh. It's funny seeing Maya, even though she wasn't a part of this at all. So I actually heard from one of my friends that this episode was actually, like, wasn't a part of the original game. And oh God. What's going on? Oh no, Edgeworth! Oh man, what happened? Oh man, what happened to my love? Thanks for coming to see me off. Can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Oh. Oh! 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 That's so nice. Man. Oh my goodness. I am exhausted now. It's not. Yes! Oh, yes! Alright, we are done. We are done with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the original game. Oh my god. Well, thank you everybody for watching. This is done. Let's get out of here, please. Alright, so tomorrow I do have some plans going on during the night. So if I do stream tomorrow, it'll be a shorter stream, maybe just like four or so hours. But yeah, it's so either tomorrow or next Thursday, we're gonna start new Pokemon Snap. We're gonna have some fun in there. It's been a long time since I've done Pokemon Snap, so that'll be nice and fun. So that's what's gonna happen after we're done with Pokemon Snap. We'll go back to PlayStation games. Alright, so if you haven't already, follow me here on Twitch. And especially if you have the Twitch app. If you have the Twitch app and you follow me, you'll be able to get a notification when I start streaming. It's very helpful. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channels, Ice Cream Man Gaming and Ice Cream Man IRL. You can probably still find them under Ice Cream Man 301 as well. Subscribe to those, hit the bell so that way you get notification on new uploads. And of course, you can follow me on my social media pages as well. So until then, this is Ice Cream Man 301 saying see you all next time when I pass by.